I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Dante Fabro of the Nashville Predators.
This is Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace Aros of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Welcome to the Bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm hosting Captain Crazy Charlie Saunier, and before we get started with the No Half Step in Hockey coverage, first let me tell you about our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you'll learn everything you need to know about the show and what you can get educated about the show. Just click on that merchandise tab, take you straight to a classic logo t-shirt, and all of the gimmicks you come to know, love, and expect from the Renegades of Puck. Socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, makes no difference to the Renegades of Puck. The easiest way to say that is that we have sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this independent operation, so here's how you can jump in the trenches with the Renegades of Puck. We are migrating quickly over to Threads, so please join us over there. Follow us on our new Threads account. You can also find us on Instagram. We are heavily on Instagram, still on Facebook, and lingering around on X for a little bit longer just to hang out with our last couple of friends there. So you can find us on social media. Please interact with us and help us out. It doesn't cost you a thing. It doesn't take you but a second, but it goes a long way to helping this independent operation known as the Renegades of Puck. You can find the podcast on YouTube this season, so please subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, and let the Renegades in your life know how they can get the latest episodes of the Renegades of Puck podcast. Stick taps, love, and respect to our brand new subscribers. We sure do appreciate the support. Thank you very much. It means a lot to us. Listen, virtual tip jar's over there on the desk. I'm tired of trying to point it out. I don't think I can quite reach it, so it's over there. It also serves as a digital swear jar, so hey, every time I swear, go ahead and reward me by giving me $1. I'm just kidding. If we're doing something good, give us a tip. Obviously, donations is how we make this thing run. It's how we operate. We are unaffiliated. We are independent. We're all those things. So if you can scan the QR code or just search Renegades of Puck on Venmo today and make a donation, it sure would go a long way to helping us get the beginnings of 2025 set up, as we are, it's always getting critically thin. Now listen, I know it's time for the No Half Step in Hockey cover, so let me pivot in the seat and deliver the hockey goods. It's time for operation number 927. That's right. It is time for show number 927, and at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 8th place in the Central Division after a 16 games skated. Record of 5-9-2 is 12 points. What's the point of even calculating how far back they are? First, they're in last place. We'll update the Central here momentarily. On the road, which is where the Nashville Predators' next game will take place, the second game of a 5-game CMA road trip. Their record is 1-3-2 overall. On the season, the Predators have scored 39 goals. They have given up 53 against. They have a goal differential of -14. Now, before we get into this next Nashville Predators and Colorado and Edmonton Oilers matchup, let's talk about the Predators' upcoming schedule, and let's also update you on the Central Division. Now, I mentioned it's the second of 5 on this road trip. So the Predators in Edmonton for this game, then Friday in Calgary. So back-to-back, Sunday at Vancouver, next Wednesday at Seattle, coming back home, walking into a buzzsaw on the 23rd of November versus the Winnipeg Jets, and then the 25th of November at New Jersey. Seems like this road trip never ends, just a one-stop in Nashville. Now, the Central Division itself for the Nashville Predators, well, they find themselves in last place, and the Winnipeg Jets find themselves at the tops of the division. The Jets are 14-1 on the season with 28 points so far. Minnesota is in second place with 23 points, 5 points behind third place. Dallas Stars are having a great start to the season at 9-5, but find themselves 10 points behind first, the Winnipeg Jets. The fourth place is Colorado Avalanche with 16 points. The Utah Hockey Club is 15 points in fifth place. St. Louis has 14 points in sixth place. The Blackhawks have 13 points in seventh place, and then the lowly Nashville Predators in 12 points in last place. So the Nashville Predators and the Edmonton Oilers, this is already the third game of the regular season series, which means the Predators will be closing out the regular season series against the Oilers. Let's recap what's happened in the previous two. We go back. They played twice in October. The first was on the 17th. Both of them happened to be at Bridgestone Arena. So it was the Predators falling 4-2 on home ice on the 17th of October. UC Saros, 32 out of 35, took the loss. Forsberg, Marchessault, the goals for the Predators. Pickard picked up the victory on the road for the Edmonton Oilers, going 25 out of 27. That noted top-line goal scorer Kulak scored 2 goals against the Predators. I've made that joke a couple times this season already. It's not even funny. McDavid and Skinner also pick up the other goals. Playing the Oilers isn't funny at all anymore. It used to be when Pecorine was the starter for the Nashville Predators, but it's all swung. The pendulum has swung back, as it always does. Hope you guys had your fun back then. again. They played again on October the 31st. That was Halloween, right? Edmonton won 5-1. That's scary. I don't like that very much. UC Saros took a loss again, 24 out of 29. He's 0-2 against the Edmonton Oilers so far this season. Philip Forsberg did score a goal for the second game in a row against the Oilers. Pickard played against the Preds for the second time, picked up a win for the second time, 26 out of 27. Draisaitl came to Bridgestone Arena and did what he always does against the Predators, 2 goals and an assist for 3 total points. Arvidsson, Hyman, Perry also scored goals for Edmonton. That makes the Predators' record against the Oilers so far this season 0-2 in just the first 16 games of the season. They haven't picked up a single point, and they've been outscored 9-3. Now, there are 2 pieces of news before we get into the Edmonton Oilers side of things and the in-game matchup. Tommy Novak is still listed as day-to-day with an injury, and Dante Fabro is no longer a Nashville Predator claimed off of waivers by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dante Fabro, I feel, was never fully appreciated here. I think he will do well with a change of scenery, and perhaps Columbus is a great destination for him. Who knows? We will find out, though. But good luck to Dante Fabro. Always enjoyed covering him here. When it comes to the Edmonton Oilers, they are 7-7-1 on the season with 15 points, 5th overall in the Pacific Division. They have a record of 2-5-1 on home ice. They have scored 40 goals on the season. They've given up 48. That's a goal differential of -8. Now, they will play one more game before facing off against the Nashville Predators at home. But let's take a look back at their most recent completed 5 games. Total of 3-2 in those 5 games on the 31st of October. You've already heard about this one. 5-1 win at the Nashville Predators on the 3rd of November. A 4-2 win at the Calgary Flames on the 4th of November. A 3-0 loss versus New Jersey on the home rink. 11-6 saw a 4-2 loss versus Vegas. And the most recent completed game was on the 9th of November. A 7-3 win at the Vancouver Canucks. Now, the NHL ranks between these 2 teams in this matchup. The goals for Predators, 2.44 per game, is 29th overall in the NHL, while the goals for Edmonton Oilers, 2.67. They are 23rd goals against for the Predators, 24th overall in the NHL at 3.31, while the Oilers give them a 3.20 is 19th. Shots on goal per game, 31.1 for the Preds is 8th best in the league. The Oilers, better than that at 32.9. That's 2nd best in the league. And the Oilers follow that up with another top 3 metric in the shots against category, 26 shots allowed per game. 3rd overall, while the Predators giving up 29.4 shots against per game is 21st in the NHL. When it comes to special teams, it may surprise you, the Oilers are struggling on the power play this season. They have upticked in recent stretches, but they are still rated 24th overall, 15.8% conversion rate, only 6 conversions this season on 38 power play opportunities. The Predators on the other side of things, 22.2% conversion rate. That's 11th best in the NHL, 12 conversions on 54 opportunities. When it comes to the PK, the Predators significantly better than the Edmonton Oilers. It is one spot from being as far as you can be separated in this category. The Predators have the 2nd best penalty kill in the NHL, converting off 90.9%, 5 power play goals against on the season. The Edmonton Oilers are killing off 59%. That's 32nd last in the NHL, 16 power play goals given up against on the season. Now, every team in the NHL is loaded with high-skilled individuals. We always like to give you the top 5 scorers for each of the teams in the matchup. So let's start with the hometown Edmonton Oilers in this particular situation. Draisaitl, always successful against the Nashville Predators, 10 goals, 8 assists, 18 points overall on the season. Connor McDavid, 4 goals and 9 assists for 13 points. Matthias Ekholm off to a very good start this season, 2 goals and 7 assists for 9 points. Hyman's also at 3 and 4 for 7, and Bouchard 3+4 for 7 as well. On the visiting Nashville Predators side of the ledger, Philip Forsberg continues to lead the team in scoring, 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 total points. The captain Roman Josi's bumped up to number 2 overall on the team in scoring with a goal and 10 assists for 11 total points. O'Reilly, 3 goals, 7 assists for 10 points. Jonathan Marchessault's 3 and 6 for 9. And Gus Nyquist, 2nd on the team in goals with 5. Add 3 assists to that, you get 8 total points. He's 5th overall on the team in scoring. Gus Nyquist continuing to make a case for deserving to get even more playing time than he's getting. anticipated goaltender matchup, I put Pickard in the starter's crease for the Edmonton Oilers simply because he's 2-0 against this Nashville Predators team this year. Overall, 3-2-0, so 2 of his 3 victories came against this Predators team in the last month. 2.60 goals against him. What does this say over here? 886 save percentage against UC Saros, 4-7-2 on the season. 2.64 goals against average, 911 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the season, and 2 of UC Saros' 7 regulation losses coming at the hands of the Edmonton Oilers on the home rink. Now listen, the Oilers aren't great on home ice at 2-5-1. The Predators aren't very good on the road at 1-3-2. There are metrics across the board. These teams are Jekyll and Hyde and capable of just about anything at any time, but the Predators don't seem to be able to respond to the Oilers. The Predators are on a 2-game point streak going into this game, so let's see if the Predators can continue that momentum in Edmonton, though that in itself has been incredibly difficult the last few seasons. In the McDavid and Draisaitl era, it's been almost impossible for the Predators to pick up points against this Oilers team. They've done it, but it's not easy. Let's see how this game shakes out. Talking about shaking a game out, let's go back to the Denver area. Let's go back to the Predators versus the Colorado Avalanche. First game of 5-game CMA road trip. It's called the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap. It's coming up next.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap. We'll go all the way back November the 11th of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were in Denver, Colorado to face off against the Avalanche. Head coach Andrew Brunette deploys his lines of defensemen in the following ways for the first of the CMA road trip games. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Stamkos, Marchessault, Sissons, and Nyquist, Evangelista, Parsonen, and Tomasino, Smith, McCarron, and LaRue, Shea and Yossi, Luzon and Carey, Del Gaizo, and Shen make up your defense pairings. That UC Saros gets the start in goal. We are 1 minute and 45 seconds into the first period, and we find Luke Evangelista scoring for the first action of the game. His second goal of the season as he pulls the rebound out and then fires it right back into the wide open net, giving the Nashville Predators a 1-0 lead against the Colorado Avalanche early on in this game. We hit the 2:51 mark of the first period. UC Saros coming with a save on McKinnon. The puck would trickle through, but it would trickle wide of the post. The Nashville Predators catch a break right here. UC Saros coming up with a big save early in this game. At the 4:37 mark of the first period, it's Georgiev coming up with a save on Phil Tomasino. At 8:41 of the first period, it's Georgiev coming with a save on Jonathan Marchessault. At 10:46 of the first, we find our first special teams scenario when Steven Stamkos goes off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. I wasn't quite sure where or when the tripping penalty happened. I'm sure it must have, but the broadcast didn't seem to catch it, nor were they aware of it, so we move on. The Predators only give up one shot on goal. It's a very strong penalty kill. That shot on goal ended up being a save by UC Saros on Middlestat, and again, the Preds did a good job against a very high offensive threat power play. 13:42 of the first period, Georgiev comes with a save on Philip Forsberg. Good heavy wrist shot here by Phil Forsberg. 15:34 now at the first, it's Georgiev coming with a save on Luke Evangelista. At 19:17 versus Georgiev coming up with a save on Steven Stamkos. The follow-up by O'Reilly. Great scoring chance by the Predators in the final minute of the first period. The Preds would outshoot the Colorado Avalanche at the end of 20 minutes, 12-6, and largely the Predators would outplay the Colorado Avalanche in the first period. We move after the intermission to the clean sheet of the second period, and we find it 50 seconds in. It's Georgiev coming with a save on Jonathan Marchessault at 1:34 of the second period. UC Saros coming with a save on DeHaan at 2:28 of the second period. It's LaRue off to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking, and this seemed to invigorate the Colorado Avalanche because their power play is about to wake up and UC Saros is about to have to clock in. First, coming with a save on McKinnon, then a save on Rantanen. That's enough, right? But then comes up with a big save on Middlestat as well. And as the power play is expiring, so not technically a power play goal, but honestly on the continuation still with the extra attacker, Taves gets his first goal of the season. It was a long shot that went off of Sissons out high, and then into the net. So the Colorado Avalanche tie it up after a very electric power play. 1 second later, they get the goal. 6:09 now of the second period, and it's McKinnon hitting the post as the Colorado Avalanche are now awake and roaring. 7:05 of the second period. UC Saros coming to the save on Rantanen at the 11:37 mark of the second period. It is Rantanen picking up his 9th goal of the season, and the Nashville Predators are getting pushed around in Denver now, falling behind 2-1 in the second period. The 11:59 mark of the second period. It's Kiefer off to the box. 2 minutes for trimming. This allows the Nashville Predators to take a deep breath, get back on a little bit of offense. We find Georgiev coming with a save on Forsberg while shorthanded, and then another big-time save on Jonathan Marchessault. That would do it for the Preds power play, but they were able to generate some zone time and scoring opportunities. At the 14:19 mark of the second period, UC Saros comes with a save on Middlestat. 18:41 of the second period. Georgiev coming with a save on McCarron, plus the follow-up by the captain, Roman Josi. Again, the Predators here at the end of the period, just like the end of the first period, coming up with some good scoring chances in 1933. Georgiev, one more big save on Marchessault. The Preds pressuring at the end of the second period, out shooting Colorado 26-15 after 40 minutes of play. We are into the third period. We are only 58 seconds in, and the Predators continue that momentum that they picked up at the end of the second period into the clean sheet of the third period, and we find ourselves at the 58-second mark with Colton Sissons picking up his 2nd goal of the season. The captain, Roman Josi, skated it around. It was Sissons who kept it in the zone initially, handed it off to Josi. Josi skates it around the left side of the zone, does all of the work, and sets up Colton Sissons for an easy finish on the weak side, tying the game up at 2 apiece. Georgiev then has to come up with a save on Shea at the 3:02 mark as the Predators continue going to work, but then the Colorado Avalanche get their skates back under them, tilt the ice back the other way, and at 5:43 of the third, we find UC Saros coming with a save on McKinnon's wraparound opportunity. A couple of different wraparound opportunities in this game by Colorado. 6:44 of the third period, Saros comes up with a save on Kiviranta, plus the follow-up right there by O'Connor. 9:06, another save on O'Connor. It was a lengthy sequence where UC Saros would end up stopping O'Connor from getting the go-ahead goal numerous times. The 9:40 mark of the third period, it's Rantanen off the box. 2 minutes for boarding. I believe Michael McCarron might have gotten the phantom penalty call right here. They did review it, and they did award a penalty for it, but did not see much contact there. 0 shots on goal for the Predators power play. Maybe that's the karma for selling to get the power play, but Predators don't get a lot done right there, so we find ourselves back at even strength at 13:27 of the third period when UC Saros comes up with another save on McKinnon. 15:14, Saros a save on Ivan, and 17:39 of the third period is Georgiev coming with a save on Yosi's backhand after he cut across the slot and had everybody out of the play. This is the down-and-out desperation save that you can't really put any skill on. It is just staying with it, staying alive, and doing just enough. Josi did get some lift on the puck, but just not enough. So Georgiev holds the tie right here at 17:39 of the third period. And this truly is probably going to be one of the plays of the week. An incredible save. Even if it was down and out and desperate, still an incredible moment. The Colorado Avalanche fans were losing their minds over this one, and you should. 18:58 of the third period, Saros comes up with the save on Kelly's backhand. That'll do it for regulation. So each team comes up with a point. Each netminder in this game was spectacular at different moments and different times when their team needed them. And the Preds do find a way to come back in the third period and tie the game to get a point in the first game of the 5-game CMA road trip. Nashville outshoots Colorado 31-34 regulation. We hit the 3-on-3 overtime, and we found ourselves at the 109 mark of the overtime session when Georgiev comes up with a save on Nyquist from the slot. Good job by Gus Nyquist. Moved laterally just a couple of strides and got a good look from the slot area. 123 of the overtime session. Saros comes up with a save on McKinnon, and then the Predators would have a lengthy time of possession for the next minute and a half, and they would loop, they would swoop, they would move out of the zone, they'd move back into the zone, and finally it catches up to them as Brady Shea loses an edge out by the blue line, and former Nashville Predators defenseman Samuel Girard takes off. It's a partial breakaway. I say partial only because Shea got a stick on him from behind at the last second, even though it had no effect. Girard finishes this game off with his first goal of the season. 2 players in this game scoring their first goal of the season against the Predators. It's classic classic Nashville Predators hockey. So Girard scores the overtime game-winning goal for Colorado after Shea falls down, and the breakaway leads to the finish. The Colorado Avalanche win this game 3-2 in overtime on home ice. They outshoot the Nashville Predators 32-31. Listen, the Preds fought back in the third period. They got a point. Roman Josi had the chance to finish that one off, but Georgiev just robs him with a couple of minutes to go at the end there. And then the Nashville Predators with the lengthy possession. They had the defense worn down. They had them seemingly where they wanted them, but you lose your balance for just a hack quarter of a second in the NHL, and it goes the other way for a breakaway. Those are the breaks. Brady Shea, I'm sure, is very unhappy with that moment happening with his brand new team with the Nashville Predators. Tough way to lose a point, but the Preds, UC Saros was strong. The Preds came back, earned a point on the road, first of 5 on this CMA road trip. The Preds can keep adding points. They'll be more successful, and they'll find themselves out of last place. That's what they need to do. That's going to do it for the Three River Sports full game recap, full analysis, box score, more coming up next on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
Welcome back in. UC Saros 29 of 32 in this game, and you know what? He was outstanding. I thought he did a tremendous job in this game. Tough environment to go into against a high-skilled team with some of the highest skilled individuals in the entire league. He gave his team a chance to win, and that's all you ask for of your netminder night in and night out. UC Saros is playing well above what the rest of the team is doing, and his numbers are starting to show that. The record 4-7-2 looks terrible, but then 2.64 goals against averages, getting to be in a very nice place, and a 911 save percentage with 2 shutouts. All of those numbers are tracking in a very, very good direction. So UC Saros gave his team a chance to win. Unfortunately, the Nashville Predators could not do that. One of your top defensemen falling down and giving up a breakaway in overtime. That's a tough circumstance, and UC Saros just could not do the otherworldly thing in that situation and bail the Preds out of that one as well. Luke Evangelista scored a goal in this game, only his second of the season, but I thought Luke Evangelista has looked so good in the recent stretch of games for the Predators team. One of the bright spots consistently for the team in the last couple of games. 3 shots on goal in this game, 11:29 time on ice. I want to see more Luke. I'm loving the chemistry with Parsonen and with Tomasino as well. That Predators third line is really doing some solid work out there. And I also wanted to take some time to highlight Parsonen as part of this. So 2 of the 3 on that line. Parsonen picks up an assist in this game, also adds a shot on goal and 4 hits, 12-20 total time on ice. And he's using his frame as a big body center that's capable of possessing the puck and also dispossessing the opponent of the puck. He's using his big frame very well. Very happy to see what Juuso Parsonen is doing since getting back in the lineup, and I hope that the Evangelista, Parsonen, Tomasino grouping gets more time on this road trip. I'm finding the work they're doing out there to be some of the better shifts that the Predators are getting consistently. Colton Sissons wanted to make mention of him. Getting him back in the lineup was a big thing. The Predators are a better team with Colton Sissons in the lineup. He picks up a goal in this one. I mean, listen, he didn't have to do much of anything. The captain, Roman Josi, did all the work and fed him a perfect pass. He just had to guide the puck into an empty net. He did so, and that's another goal for Colton Sissons. 3 shots on goal, 3 block shots, 1 hits. The total player, Colton Sissons, 16:39 total time on ice. Again, great to see Colton Sissons back out there in the lineup. Del Gaizo picks up an assist in this game, and We are now in the Mark Del Gaizo era. Dante Fabro waived, claimed by the Columbus Blue Jackets, and Mark Del Gaizo took that spot away from Dante Fabro. Dante Fabro was good enough to play on the top pair with Roman Josi at times, but not good enough to get in the lineup at other times, and it was time for a change of scenery. So this is no longer about Dante Fabro. This is now about Mark Del Gaizo. I've been very satisfied with Del Gaizo. He's seized his opportunities since getting called up and is continuing to add small little details and not be a liability that are helping this Nashville Predators team get a little bit better. And the captain, Roman Josi, you've got to talk about the job that he did in this game. Picked up an assist, but was buzzing everywhere. That assist he picked up was essentially doing 95% of the work. Colton Sissons gets rewarded for the goal for guiding the puck in. His 3 shots on goal included the backhand opportunity that just missed winning the game after just knifing through the D of the Colorado Avalanche and getting that opportunity. But Georgiev robs Josi there with just over 2 minutes to go. What a great opportunity by the captain. 26-42. And a tough game where the Predators had to come back in the third period. And the captain, Roman Josi, doing Roman Josi things. Now 11 points on the season in 16 games. That's not bad for Roman Josi. All right, that's going to do it for the analysis portion of things. We've got the box score coming up next. Let's hear from our good friend Stripe Digital Solutions before that.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business. And that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know, because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
All right, time for the good cold hard numbers known as the box score. Let's get into it. Luke Evangelista is a goal scorer for the Predators, also Colton Sissons. Your assists for the Predators, Roman Josi and Mark Del Gaizo, Juuso Parssinen, all with assists in this game. When it comes to shots on goal, 3 was the second highest number. As a matter of fact, Jonathan Marchessault had 5. Almost missed that right there. 3 was the second highest number on the team. Evangelista and Forsberg. You can also add Sissons and Stamkos and Josi to the number 3 for shots on goal. Nashville Predators overall in this game, what did they finish with? 31 shots on goal. So for the Nashville Predators, not bad. Not bad. It's above what their average has been, at least as of late. Also, what else is going on in this box score? What else can I tell you about? What about the block shots? 3. 3 was the highest number there. Colton Sissons, a couple of 2s and 1s on the board, but only 3 for Colton Sissons. When it comes to the physical component of things and it comes to hits, LaRue had 5 to pace the Predators. Great to see the young rookie in only 11:40 in time on ice getting 5 hits. He did take a bad penalty, which seemed to energize the Colorado Avalanche, and that's not so great, but LaRue with 5 hits in this game, that is great. 4 hits for Parson. Again, we've already talked about that point, using that big body to dispossess other players of the puck. Great job by Parson. And then 3 hits for McCarron, 3 hits for Smith, and 3 hits for Luzon in this game. Your time on ice leaders on the forward side of things, 2016 by Gus Nyquist is your leader all the way across the board on the forwards, 1949 for Forsberg and 1916 for O'Reilly. On the defenseman side of things, quite a different story as per usual. 26-42 for the captain, Roman Josi, 21-59 for Brady Shea, and 20 minutes even for Luzon. When it comes to the power play time on ice leaders, and the power play in this game was 0-4-2, 234 for Forsberg, 226 for March, so 225 for Nyquist. And on the defensive side of things, 235 for the captain, Roman Josi. Shorthanded, the PK, 2 of 2, perfect in this game. Again, give these guys some credit for their time on ice. 209 by Cole Smith, 147 by Sissons, 140 for McCarron, and then down with the defenseman, 240 shorthanded for Luzon, 237 for Alex Carey. And I want to throw in Shea's 124 and Yossi's 122 as well. The only two penalty killers, defensemen without any penalty killing time at all, Del Gaizo and Shen, the third pair in this game. UC Saros goes 29 out of 32, 3 goals against, takes a loss in overtime, an in-game save percentage of 906, 24 even strength saves, 5 power play saves, and they came rapid fire from some pretty big time names on that power play in the second period. A couple other things falling out of the box score to tell you about. Face-off winning percentage, Preds trending back up in the right direction at 55.4%, 21 block shots, 23 hits, 2 takeaways, 19 giveaways. I don't want to get back into it again, but 19 giveaways and only 2 takeaways. It's not good enough with the puck. They have to be harder on the opponent, and they have to protect the puck even better. Let Parsonen show you guys how to do it if you've forgotten. There's plenty of talent on this team, though, that knows how to protect the puck. That's to do for the box score. But there is one more thing I want to cover before we hit the close. I left you with the Red River Spartans versus Cincinnati Cyclones night 1 on the last episode. It was the Spartans picking up the 4-2 victory, getting back on the winning track at the Ford Ice Center in Clarksville. Well, early morning on Saturday, the Spartans hosted the Cyclones in Game 2 of the series. Spartans looking to even up the home record on the season at 500, and the Cyclones looking for a little bit of revenge for what happened on Friday around supper time. I take you now to Clarksville, Tennessee, the Ford Ice Center. It's USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division rivalry action. The Red River Spartans hosting the Cincinnati Cyclones.
Officials are all set to drop the puck. We've got Young to my right in net. We've got Whitson to my left in net. And the Spartans and the Cyclones are ready to do battle at center. Davis redirected that puck for the defense into the corner. He'll now look to bring it out from behind his own net. Coogan down the middle, breakaway right here. Young's going to turn that one aside. That's your first big scoring chance of the game. Spartans control the face-off, look to feather it towards the net. Aitken going for the redirect. Aitken gets to it, sharp angle shot. Big hit behind the net. That's going to bring us a whistle right there with 14:20 to go. Running on rocket fuel here, calling the Red River Spartans game, and it is sure an honor to do so. Thanks so much for watching us on Flow Hockey, wherever that may be, starting your Saturday morning with us. We sure do appreciate it. Grab that cup of coffee, grab that biscuit and that bagel, whatever it is, and cheer on your Spartans from the comfort of your couch. Spartans get back on side quickly. Aitken, Davidson, and Delicato over the line, and that shot is into the net. Red River Spartans on the board first here on a Saturday morning. Spartans turned it over quickly, transitioned on to offense, and Jesse James Aitken elects to fire the puck high and into the net. And we're all set for play again. Gonzalez holds the puck in for the Spartans, sends it to Templeton along the half wall. Templeton tried to feed it back to the interior for Gonzalez. It would not go. Gonzalez keeping it at the blue line with the glove, pushes it forward. Templeton plays it down along the wall. Some physical play with the linesman getting caught up there in the corner. He now vacates that area so that the players can go back to work. Gonzalez from the face-off dot looking for the redirect from Templeton. Just missed getting that one to go. The net was just wide open for that redirect if the Spartans could have connected. Sikowski in the corner. Templeton on the half wall. Wharton and Gonzalez also helping. 4 Spartans freeing that puck from Cincinnati, getting possession back. Gonzalez off the iron, and then that puck is put back in. Everybody was momentarily stunned by the power of the strike of the iron, and then that rebound is fired back into the net. Corey Sikowski off to the bench first for glove tap. Spartans lead 2-0. Gallegos has really good speed for Cincinnati. He got on the board last night. Disruptive right here. Young turns him aside. Another one right there. Davidson sends it down low. Aitken sends it back towards the net area. I think Whitson might have redirected that pass attempt with the stick. In the slot area and into the net, Jesse James Aitken, relentless in pursuit, hawking that puck throughout this entire shift, gets rewarded by going to the hard areas of the slot, finding the loose puck, and firing it into the net. Spartans lead 3-0 with 14:54 to go in the second. Gill skates into it, did not have to take the hit, is able to get it across to Davidson. Davidson settles the puck. He'll elect to skate it out right across center ice over the blue line, send it across. Aitken fires, redirect by Davidson. The give and go to the back of the net beats Whitson. And Aitken, who just picked up the last goal, returns the favor to Davidson. This time, Davidson with the redirect. Cincinnati breaks out. 2-on-3 rush. Good job by the Spartans getting back to their defensive end. A hit right there separates Cincinnati from the puck. And we'll do battle in the corner. Wharton comes in and takes his man out. Yo then joins the fray. Spartans find themselves shorthanded again right here with 6:23 to go in the second period. Cincinnati used the extra attacker to secure possession, but now the Spartans come away with it. Gonzalez over the blue line to the slot area, and that is into the net. Davidson with the shorthanded goal. Gonzalez did the work, had the burst, and then got it across for the finish by the captain, C.J. Davidson. In the final 5 seconds of the power play, Young could not get there in time. Gill going to take a massive hit. Big hit right there. Lehman taking Davidson hard into the glass. Jesse James Aitken puts the puck in the net right there, goes to the hard area and gets rewarded. Blocked down, rebound was in front. Templeton able to take away the loose puck now. He'll double back, go behind the net, take on 3 Cincinnati players, and the play is banked in. Templeton moved it towards the crease area. Wharton ends up pushing the puck into the net. And Wharton, who's been working incredibly hard this whole weekend against Cincinnati, rewarded by bringing the no half-stepping jam to the hard areas. 7-0 in favor of the Red River Spartans. Puck is down. Battle engages in the corner. 2-on-2, and heavy battle it is. It moves to the half wall, and that picks up again with another 2-on-2. Players coming together over there, facing off against each other with a little bit of a glove shake and then moving on. Davis, the last couple of shifts he's been out here, he has certainly been ornery. Perhaps something wrong with his medulla oblongata. Ingersoll moves the puck, takes a big hit. Owen is slow to get up. Checks the straps on the bottom of his pad to make sure everything's still in alignment. Really good tracking and athleticism right there by the netminder for the Cyclones. That's a massive hit. That's Davis involved again, number 93. Lehman tries to fire the shot. Stick check thrown back towards the cage, and it ends up inside the net. Sharp angle shot. Mentioned it earlier. Cincinnati Cyclones not afraid to just throw the puck at the net from virtually anywhere, and they do that right here, and that one finds its way over the red line, and that's a good goal for Cincinnati. Puck bounced off the glass onto the top of the net and then fell behind the cage, almost rolling over the top of the cage. Massive hit. Now receives it back from Aitken, looking for the shot, ends up colliding with the man instead. We've definitely got temperature starting to rise here. Corbin Vickery relentless on the bench, pounding the blocker on the boards, encouraging his mates to finish strong. Klein holds it in, fires it towards the net, and that is going to be in. Young got a piece of it. Ends up going off of Young's glove and into the net. The Cincinnati Cyclones on the board for the second time. Klein with the long shot converts on the power play for Cincinnati. 2:08 to go here in the third period. Puck chipped up one more time, hit along the half wall right there. Final 5 seconds. Wharton over the blue line, looks to cut towards the middle. Ends up being taken out by his man, and the buzzer goes. Players come together, and that's going to do it. We'll have a quiet moment at center ice, and I'll take this opportunity to say thank you for watching Red River Spartans hockey. Thank you to all of our great partners and sponsors. Thank you to our game day crew, our staff, our fantastic camera operator. I'm Charlie Saunier, the voice of the Red River Spartans. You're watching Red River Spartans hockey right here on Flow Hockey. Thank you, and good afternoon.
So the Spartans come away with the sweep of the Cyclones over the weekend, and, well, let's face it, that's happened before, and it'll probably happen again. But the Cyclones represented themselves better this time around. I hope you caught that Waterboy joke in there as part of the commentary of that game. The Spartans are on the road this weekend, but coming up here, make sure you keep an eye on your calendar. At the beginning of December, the Red River Spartans will be making a special trip to the Ford Ice Center in Bellevue, Tennessee. That's right west Nashville. Come on out and see the Red River Spartans against the Decatur Blaze. That's going to take place at the Ford Ice Center in Bellevue. So I'll update you on that, keep you updated on everything going on. It was a great weekend to be back with those Spartans. It was an excellent crowd. It was an excellent broadcast. Very happy with what happened, results both on and off the ice for the organization this past weekend. All right, let's close this thing out. 2-game point streak for the Predators. Well, if you want to be the ultra optimist, right, 2-game point streak. Okay, something they haven't done a whole lot this season. So, strong comeback, being the optimist, but not being over the top. Third period comeback on the road, down by a goal, picked up a point. Okay, give you that. You want to be the pessimist. Wasted point. Predators could have won the game with 2 minutes to go. 2.5 minutes to go there on the stick of the captain, Roman Josi. Had the goaltender down and out. Couldn't get the puck into the 95% open net. Well, you want to look at it that way. You're entitled to do so. Greatest country ever. You're allowed to look at it however you want. But for the Nashville Predators, I do think you should lean on the 2-game point streak. There hasn't been a lot of positives this season. They came back in the third period. I think you should take those 2 positives away. And listen, Brady Shea isn't going to lose his edge in overtime very often. Oh, man, I sure hope not. But that's one of those things that, you know, how can you be overcritical of an NHL defenseman that lost an edge, fell down for just a brief second, still almost got back into the play? I mean, just say congratulations to Sam Girard for securing his team a second point and getting an overtime game-winning goal against his former club. I'm sure that felt great. I really like Sam Girard. I wish he was still a Nashville Predator. I hate that trade. I will. You can go back and listen to the episodes from that year, from that season. They're on record. They're out there. I hated that trade, and Sam Girard should still be a Nashville Predator, and he victimized the Preds. So stick taps to Sam Girard, and the Predators move on. They picked up 1 of 2 possible points so far on this road trip, and picking up points, moving up in the standings, getting out of last place, that's going to be what's important. Out of sight, out of mind for a couple of days, and then Edmonton, Calgary, back-to-back Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Vancouver. So late night starts. The Predators mostly are going to be out of people's minds here in the Tennessee area for the next week and a half or so. Opportunity for them to get some work done on the ice, gain some ground in the standings, and improve what they're doing overall. That's going to do it for episode number 927. We gave you a lot of information on this show. We gave you a lot of good stuff. We gave you some great clips. We gave you a couple of different levels of hockey. ROP HC, Renegades of Puck Hockey Club, fell to the mid-ice crisis, but we are in a learning and building mode, and we're moving up. So there, I gave you 3 different leagues on this particular episode. We'll continue bringing you coverage from across the landscape of hockey. 927's in the books. I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate your time. And most important of all, I appreciate each and every one of you. Stick taps, love, and respect, my good Renegades. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.